Hello folks, and welcome to an InkDependence.com brief video review of J. Herbin's Perle Noire. I don't like this ink at all. It's kind of useless to me. I don't really like much about it at all. It comes in this tiny bottle. It's the sort of classic J. Herbin bottle. It's kind of cute that it has a little pen rest on the front if you want to have a dip pen or something that rests there. Honestly, this ink might be okay as a dip pen ink. I don't know. I don't dip pens, and I don't have a dip pen. But it is pretty thick, and it doesn't flow very well at all in any pen. I've got my little Lamy Nex here, because this is one of my tester pens for this ink. It's a really reliable pen. It's got the classic, Lamy nib on this thing. It's a fine, but it's, it's a good fine. It has plenty of ink coming out of it all the time. I've used it a bunch of times. I also use my Monteverde Artista Crystal, which is over here. That's this guy. Very good ink, very good pen, very reliable nib. You can see it's got a fun orange ink in it now. Yeah, not Perle Noire. Guess why? This ink is terrible. This stuff will not run for me. I don't know what the deal is. I thought it was maybe a problem with the feed in my Nex. You can see it should be kind of flush there with the inside collar. It was up just a fraction, maybe, I don't know, a quarter of a centimeter or something, and I poked it back down, and I thought maybe that would improve the performance, but really it didn't. I think just I had pushed enough ink to the nib to make it work a little better, but the stuff is just so, I don't know if it's thick or if it's dry or what the deal is, but it's just not, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. So, you open up the bottle. The problem with these bottles, and everybody has said so, is that they're too darn shallow. If you have a pen with a big nib at all, like number 6 style nibs, that kind of thing, you're not going to be able to get them in there to fill enough ink because it's so shallow. As you can see here, it's black ink. It's not exactly a black when I write with it because probably it's just so darn dry. If you stop writing with it for an instant, it stops writing. Once you get it going, it's fine, I guess, but it's all hard starts. And if you put your pen away for a day or lay it on the desk or whatever, then you get this action right here, which is just skips all over the place. It's unfun. The ink is kind of a light black, as I say here in the review. It's not exactly a gray, but it's not exactly a black either. It needs to be, if it's going to be this problematic, it needs to be a solid black. You can see here in the sort of swipe that you have enough. Oh, my iTunes just started playing for no good reason. There we go. All right, sorry about that, folks. It feels smooth, I guess, but as you can see here in this swatch, it's, black-ish, but then mostly what you get is kind of this interface between the gray and the black where it just kind of doesn't stick well. You can see it here compared to some other blacks. This is what it looks like, a little scribble of Perle Noire. Also, I don't know why there's E's on everything with J. Herbin, but whatever. You can see it next to Noodler's Black Bat, which is currently one of my favorite blacks, which is a black. You see the difference between those two? Yeah, big difference. One's a black, the other one's not really a black. Also next to Salix and Blue Bonnet and Gentle Sky High and all kinds of other things. This Ebony Brown, probably you can see that's just a touch brown, but it's really ebony. Still darker than Perle Noire. So, anyway, let's see what this does with when you put a little bit of water on it. I don't expect much, but you never know with these inks. I was surprised by Pilot's Blue Blacks. Maybe I'll be surprised by Perle Noire. Maybe this will be something to... Nope, nothing to write home about. You can see the ink swirling away, and this has been on this paper for 2 or 3 days. So it's not fresh or anything like that. That's full-on dried ink. So let's go ahead and wipe it away. And, I guess some of it sticks on the paper, but... Whoop, lost my whole iPad there. And we're back. Sorry about that. My iPad fell off the table. When I grabbed it, I hit the sleep button. So, anyway, you can see that it does smear a bit here, and there's actually still a couple of drops of water left on the page. I blot those away, but plenty of it does come up. I don't know. I'd say maybe some mild water resistance, I guess. It kind of fades this gray to a lighter gray. But overall, I just can't really suggest Perle Noire. Unless you want to use it as a dip ink. I've seen lots of people on Reddit, I asked about this ink, and lots of people said it was fine for them. But for me, not so much, and I don't know why, but I tried it in several pens, and it just doesn't work well. So anyway, there you go. That's my 2 cents. See you around.